Hi, welcome to a new episode of The Young and the Restless. We open up at the Abbott house, and Diane and Cal talk. And Diane asks to spend time with Cal and talk since they haven't seen much of each other lately. And she questions about his job opportunities and tries to convince him to come back to Jabal and says that Billy talked his way into staying at Jabal. But Kyle tells Diane not to badger Jack into getting him his old job back. Then we see Billy tells Jack he warns Tucker about the info they have and believe that he is in panic, even though he's playing off cool. Then we see Tucker interrupts Audra and Nikki dining and says that he needs to talk to her. But Audra walks away and says that she can't. Then we see Tucker sends Adam a threatening text and Adam responds back. Then we see Adam visits Victor at Newman and Adam stressed that Victoria is the one that Victor needs to be worried about, not him. Then we see Nick yells that Adam kiss you and tells Sally that he will rip Adam's head off. I'm like, come on, Nick. Sally then claims that it's not a big deal, and Nick claims that his brother kissing his girlfriend is a big deal. And I'm like, my, how the tables have turned. Nick, you didn't know that when you did that to Adam? Then we see Sally claims that their dinner was friendly and innocent and said that they drank too much, which could have led to the incident. Nick vents that Adam didn't regret it and that he took advantage of the fact that he was out of town. Sally defends Adam and says that he feels bad about it. Then we see Nick questions what else did Adam say after the kiss. Did he ask and tell her that they are meant to be and stuff like that? Back at Newman, Adam thinks that Vic is performing an act and Victor needs to look closer at home. Then we see at the athletic club, Vic and Nate discuss how Victor acted after she left. And she then goes back to think that something is off with Victor. However, they are happy that Victor doesn't trust Adam either, just like they do. But Nate lets her know that Victor doesn't trust her turnaround also. Nate questions if Big Vic is being honest with him. Then we see Kyle still is pissed that Jack fired him over summer. And Diane claims that Billy will be out soon again, so Kyle should take an interim job until then. Then we see Jack discuss his talk with Phyllis and says that Phyllis didn't admit to anything, and Jack thinks that Phyllis wants redemption from the people she cares about, and she might come to them eventually, and thinks that Phyllis is their weapon in case Tucker doesn't stop. Then we see Tucker continues to drink alone as society reflecting on his first time telling Audra about the scandal. He also reflects on really confronting him about it. Then we see Adam arrives and asks why is he threatening him. Then Tucker calls him out for selling evidence and Adam denies it. And Tucker says that it's you, Adam, you did it. And Adam asks if Tucker could really believe Billy that it was him. Then we see Tucker continues to call out Adam and tells him that now he has made him his enemy and he should consider it a mistake. Then he gets up and leaves. Then we see Vic claims that she is going along with Victor's message for now. And Nate tells Vic that he has no plans to cultivate a relationship with Adam outside of the office. Vic questions if Victor sent Nate to suss her out and then thinks that Victor is recruiting Nate to spy on her. Nate says that he is not, he's just supporting Victor to protect Victoria. Then we see Sally begs Nick not to make it too much about it. And Nick questions how did Sally feel afterwards. She pauses and reflects on the case. And Nick claims that he is not mad. She just needs to be honest with him. And Sally said that she has mixed reaction and she doesn't know how she feels. And she defends Adam again. And Nick questions if there's a part of her that is still in love with Adam. And I'm like, weirdo. They had a child together. Like, stop, Nick. Then Sally tells Nick that she doesn't know how to answer him and compares them to him and Sharon. Nick claims that it's not the same and says that she still has feelings for Adam, hence why she hasn't taken the next step with him, and says that Adam has a hold on her. And Sally says that they are just friends, and she cries and says that she didn't mean to ruin things between them, and says that her kissing him doesn't mean she didn't care about Nick any less. She begs that she has not screwed things up for them, and they hug. And we see Adam watches them. Then we see Vic defends keeping things at peace at Newman for her best interest in the long run, and says that's what she on, but still believe that Victor has been making errors in his judgment lately, and they think that Adam is gonna make some silly move that will eventually benefit them. Then we see Diane continues to think Billy will screw up so Kyle can step back. Then we said and says that it's better than Kyle wasting his life away if he takes a lesser position. And Kyle says that he is not taking a step back in the leadership post and be forever in Jack's shadow. And then Billy and Jack walk in. Then we see Billy tells Kyle that he's sorry about his job loss at Newman Media. And Jack tells him to come back to Jabo, but Kyle says that he will see and leaves. Then we see Victor in the office reflects on his talk with Vic. Then Nikki comes in and Victor thanks her for the kisses and loves that she gave him. And Nikki talks about her new assistant. Then they discuss Vic and Nikki questions if he believes Victoria, and Victor says that he's holding out hope. Then we see Victor questions if Nikki is worried about him taking back a full-time job. Then we see Adam goes over and interrupts Nick and Sally, and Nick threatens that Adam keep walking. Then we see Nikki says that the long hours will be stress to Victor and his body, and she reminds him of his health issues. And Victor says that he loves the stress of Newman. Victor says that the infighting between the kids have got to stop, and we see Victor is outside listening. Then we see Adam thinks that Nick is angry because of McCall, but Nick tells him that everywhere he goes he brings trouble and demands that he stay away from everyone he cares about. And Sally tells Adam to go, then he realized that Sally told Nick. Then we see Billy leaves and Diane questions why Jack is the one dealing with Phyllis. And Jack changes the subject to Kyle and says that Diane says that Kyle has lost his way and they need to help him. While we see Kyle is upstairs listening. Then we see Tucker goes in Audra's room and tells him about the scandal that Billy has, and Audra questions what will Tucker do next. Thanks for watching. Bye.